Hello and welcome back to another episode of 100% Orange Juice. Continuing from my last video, we'll random, we get Aru. Might as well play with her new black skin. And yeah, we'll put in reverse attribute field, we'll put in gift exchanges, put in let's see. Oh, where are the flamethrowers? I'll put in bad puddings too in the flamethrower. Yeah, this'll do. You know what? I think I'll just reverse attribute field. I value more than Holy Knight, and you're gonna have to excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna have to deal with something really quick, so I'm just gonna do my turn, and then it will be void of commentary for like a minute. But yeah, I'll just wait for my turn and then do that. Maybe I should have changed my hair color too, but not a big fan of changing hair color. Like, why mess with what's already good? So we're playing as Aru. If you want to know about my deck choices or my card choices for my deck, I will explain right after I come back. So I'm going to I will be right back. Okay. Well, fighting the chicken is not as okay, but... Oh, come on! Not gonna give me that pity kill? That's fine. Yeah, I just... Okay, you really wanted to know what I did for the past minute. I went to the washroom, and... kind of been holding it in for a few hours. When I got home from school. Like, before getting home from school, I guess. I went to a local tea place, bought some iced tea. Still drinking that, what's left of it anyway, and then hopped on to play some orange juice, but didn't go to the washroom prior to that, so I have a bit of an intermittent period going during the video. But hopefully, I haven't missed much. I can always just watch my video again after recording to see what I missed. It's one of the early turns anyway, so they're not that impactful. Let's talk about the game. X4 is playing as Mark again. Maybe that's their favorite character. We're playing as Aru, of course, with the black Aru skin we unlocked on the previous match. Melon Plan playing as Suguri. Melonpan also had Suguri as their avatar, so maybe that's their favorite character. And Hero playing as Swag Popo. Maybe Hero wants to try to get a easy win through using Ubiquitous. And Swag Popo, I guess Mary Popo in general, is a great counter to Aru. Although, since it's kind of like blind pick. You don't know what your opponent's gonna pick until the game starts, so you can't really cater towards like picking just to counter what your opponent picks. I think that would be an interesting meta, actually, but this is kind of a casual game. But the reason why Mary Popo is a good counter to Aru is that Aru relies on giving other people cards to gain stars through your hyper card, and Mary Popo's hyper is essentially stealing the stars away from other people. It's always the seagull. I I feel you, bro. Well, it's one of the problems with Sugri. You're a 4 health character with negative defense. It's really an awful distribution in terms of defending high numbers. Like, Hime and Aru... Well, I guess Aru is a better comparison, since they both have +2 evade, yeah. Aru has more survivability than Sugri, actually, because of your 1 extra health. And you might not think that, like, 4 or 5 health, like, the 1 health difference matters, but it actually does if you went through the entire probability tables and, like, the potential outcomes for rolls. That 1 extra health gives you so much more defensive options, like, compared from full health to full health. That's kind of why I had a lot of trouble beating Tomomo Hell with Sugri, actually, is because the 4 health problem. Kai also has the 4 health problem now. He used to have 5 health, and that was what made him OP, is that he had the 5 health premium. He had the 5 health premium with no negative defense modifiers. That's really good. Sora has the 4 health, but the 4 health that's compensated by no negative defense modifiers. So Sora is certainly more survivable than Suguri in high roll situations. Mary Popo has 7 health, so most of the time you're surviving from full health unless it's a 6 roll from Yuki, Tomomo, or the store manager, like based on default values without any modifications. Go for the card draw. That was a bit useful. For survival, not as much. I would fight. But, I noticed from the previous game that Axor has a passive kind of approach. It's not a bad approach, but Mark is certainly a combat character. I mean, your Hyper essentially trades stars for wins, is like what it comes down to. You can use it strategically to deny other people kills or delay people from reaching their Norma, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to you're trading stars to get 2 wins. And sometimes you use it to 100 to 0 your opponent, and sometimes you can use it to put them at like 1 health, and then you can creep up from behind for the kill. And that, in some situations, is better, because if you do the 100 to 0 method with the card, you're not getting any stars out of it. But if you put them to 1 health, and then come up from behind, and then KO them, you get half their stars. If you know what I'm getting at. And that's kind of like the few times you can say, if you know what I mean, and not have it sound sexual. Because, like, if you actually know what I mean. But, let's just go back to the game. Melonpan actually, level 3 Norma, allows her to use Accelerator. Although an early game Accelerator is less game-changing than a late game one. We could fight. Might actually be a good idea to fight. We're gonna go for the fight because of that, but also because I'm relying on the fact that they're gonna go on their Lollipop next turn, so that we can use their Lollipop to level up as well. Had we not fought, we would go in front of them, they would go on the Lollipop, and then we probably wouldn't be able to level up on the next turn. X4 is going to go for that level 3, and go for the 70 stars, level 4 normal requirement. We're in a less likable position now, though. We will fight you. I'm hoping that we survive this and then level up, so the next turn we can use our rainbow-colored circle to survive Axfor's attack should they fight us. I don't think the Usabit was necessary, in my opinion, from Hero, but I guess he just wanted to play it safe. Go for the 30 more stars next. Reaper. Double kill. Go for it. Not much is stopping you, although I do have an Usabit in my hand. Oh, you're going for Mary Popo instead. Interesting choice. I would've went for both. Yeah, Aru and Mary Popo certainly not very good combat characters, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to go for both. And we're gonna go for the fight just cause I don't want to be put in front of Suguri when the potential to use Accelerator is a factor. Suguri won't be able to level up to level 4 Norma though. Not enough stars. Battlefield on like Christmas Miracle stage, it just seems really, really wrong. I'm gonna go for the... Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We'll go for our Usabit to survive. Take the 1 damage and counterattack for the 1 damage. But I went for the evade, so... Dealt nothing there. We're in a not likable position, to say the least. We got a card draw, but still not in a very likable position. If we get attack next turn, we're most definitely going to use the rainbow-colored circle to give us +2 evasion. That would put us at +4 evade, which is a really great number, but Mark can have a value up to 7 attack. I'm not going to continue with the rest of the calculations, just because they're not going to matter, since Mark landed on the boss fight. Could you imagine if the boss worked on Miracle, so if you KO'd the boss on Miracle, you'll get 6 wins? I would think that would be an interesting mechanic. To add to kind of sway favor into going for the wins Norma, but it's not a reliable condition to achieve, and that would be the balancing factor. Now, what are you thinking about, Hero? We have 4 cards in our hand, so we'll have to discard 1 at the end. I do want to keep Sky Restaurant pure, if not only so that it can't be used against us, but it's a very good card to have to try to stop people from winning in the late game. Of course, it's really situational that you'll be able to place it down in the ideal position, which is just someone else's lollipop. But it does happen, as if you saw my previous video, it does happen, so. Certainly a card best kept for later. And we haven't gotten any hyper cards so far, which is slightly concerning. It most likely means that everyone else has hyper cards. I still don't want to be put in front of Suguri, so I will go on the draw panel. Suguri's low rolls are probably gonna be what's gonna be the end for us. X4 is gonna put us in a bit of a pincer situation with Suguri. I'm hoping we roll a 3? That would be the ideal number. Well, 1 is far from ideal, but I'll take it. We still have rainbow-colored circles backing us up. Suguri goes for the warp. Perhaps wanted to go closer to their lollipop. And Axe4 rolled a 1 and warped in front of us. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I would like to roll a 1. Fortunately, that won't be possible. We're gonna fight you, and we're gonna use rainbow-colored circles so I can warp away. Oh yeah, the rainbow color circle did matter. But now we're behind Suguri, and Suguri rolled a low number as well, so that's kind of concerning as well. Aru is just not a good character in any aspect. Like I want to rationalize some good points about Aru, but there really aren't. I guess 5 health with +2 evade is the best thing you have going for you, but you have negative defense, and your hyper is kind of like worthless in most situations. Like, Aru counters the store manager, that's another positive, but that's about it. Ugh. We can go for the card draw. We're gonna die anyway. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, we drew a reverse attribute field, so... lovely. Although if you had an accelerator card, that wouldn't really matter. I also got a present for you, but everyone has maximal cards in their hand. Some people, more than maximum, won't be using present for you anytime soon. Axe War is actually level 5 normal now. No, I'm not really... We're not in a position to stop Axe War. We're not combat characters. Only Melon Pan can actually dent Axe War. You do have reverse attribute field, so... but that would give Mark the +1 evade. That would give us +1 attack to negate it, but at that point it would just be who rolls the highest. I think you would fight me. No, you're just gonna go for the level up. That's also fine. I would have went for the 2 cards actually. So in this case, I want to I probably still want to yeah, I'll fight you just so I don't have to deal with that nonsense of landing on the time to drop. Please don't kill me. Thank you very much. Oh, we're 1 star short. Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't need our hyper. We're not using it anytime soon. Like, you know a hyper is bad when you draw it and you don't want it. Especially if you don't have any to begin with, and your hand is better off without the hyper. Most characters don't have that problem, but Aru does. I could put a Sky Restaurant Pure on this lollipop, but I'd rather save it for later. And I could fight Mary Popo again, but I would just rather go for the warp. And the warp does put us farther away from our lollipop, but it separates us from everyone else, which is a good thing, because we really don't want to get cluttered up with all this nonsense here. No nonsense bears for us. Shield is a very good card on Mary Popo as well. Most of the time you're not going to be counter-attacking for any damage in the first place. Might as well get that +3 defense. Yeah, that's probably the best play. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I definitely want to use the Sky Restaurant Pure on Hero's Lollipop. I'm actually hoping Melon Pan has an accelerated card to try to reap the Mary Popo back. Oh, yeah, you fight that Mary Popo. Although, at this point, okay, but that's only 4 damage. And then you can defend to survive this. Yeah, that's fine. And the lollipop will heal you back to normal. Dinner gets used though, so we're... Mary Popo is in a better off position. Oh my god. We're gonna use this to survive. Go for the evade. Okay, accelerator gets used. Go for that Mary Popo kill. Very nice. Although Mary Popo can still survive. Now I'm not sure where I want to use the Sky Restaurant Pure actually. I'll use it on the first lollipop I land on that's not ours. Although we can't use it on the Melon Pan's one since there's already a trap there. You probably want to go for the warp. Yeah, I thought as much. What's Axe War thinking about? Axe War is probably in the most winnable position currently, since they are level 5 normal. Mary Popo revives. Most certainly the ×2 bonus. We don't benefit as much from the ×2 draw because our hyper card is kind of worthless on a miracle stage. Go for the fight, man. Go for the Suguri fight. Yeah, Mark has a great matchup against Suguri. Probably the evade will come down here, and then you'll defend and take 1 damage. Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. I guess not most likely, but I was expecting it to happen. Mary Popo. Yeah, that's an okay number to roll. That means you don't have to fight anyone. Unfortunate we land on the drop, but we only lost 3 stars. Not a big deal. Millipan actually goes for the long way. I think that's because they want Axor to land on their Lollipop, so then you can level up next turn, but Axor is going to continue to pursue Millipan. Although that's a low roll, and gets counterattack for 2 damage, so Axor is in a less ideal position to continue the fight, unfortunately. Unless we see a dinner going down by someone. It's not going to be us, because we don't have dinner. At least not at this current position. I'm not keeping track of the turn count, so I'm not sure if it's a Miracle next turn, or a Charity, or what's not. I know it's Miracle and Charity, because we seem to be getting cards off the wazoo. That was actually a good play, because going on here would mean you would allow Sugri to reach that level 5 Norma. So Sugri will have to roll a 4 to do that now, which she doesn't. Axor... I don't know why I'm calling, like, Millipan Sugri and Axor, like, Mark. I don't know, I should be consistent with my nomenclature. So Millipan is probably gonna rely on her own Lollipop to is that her Lollipop? Yeah, there's a trap on there, so I'm gonna respect the trap and not land on it, because there's a high chance that the Sky Restaurant Pure. I don't know what it is, but it could be what it is. Oh, you're gonna go for the fight. Well, we're more or less dead. So, I wish I had an Usabit there. That would have been useful. It would have allowed us to survive, at least. There is still a chance that the Lollipop trap is a Sky Restaurant Pure. It's the main reason I didn't go on it. Because if I went on it and it was Sky Restaurant Pure, we would trigger it, and then Sugri would use the Accelerator card. Oh, there's Stiff Crystal in the rotation, actually. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be Sky Restaurant Pure based on my knowledge in the last game that some of these guys actually run the trap. So, that Sky Restaurant Pure is going to deny Millipan from leveling up, which is going to be really huge. Although, we also have to worry about Axor, since they are the only level 5 currently. Go for the ×2 bonus. We're just trying to revive currently, and we do. Unfortunate we had to, miss out on the Miracle turn, but, you know, it happens. Oh, that's really shitty. Oh, really? You're not gonna go for the level up? Why is that? Oh, yeah. By this Lug Spectator. I would like to roll a 4 so I can put down this trap. Oh my god. We might just die here again. And this is the shitty thing about playing as Aru. You just continuously die to, like, the combat characters and the boss. Can't really... It doesn't justify Aru as a good farming character. I mean, Fernet has the defense, Mary Popo has the hyper card. Aru has her nice present, but it helps other people more than it helps you most of the time. So, next turn the ideal roll will be 3. Although, oh, I would really like to use the Sky Restaurant Pure on Mary Popo's one now as well. Because, you're one ubiquitous away from... Oh my god! It's kind of my fault for putting that flamethrower trap in the rotation, but can't help but feel a little salty about that. Now we've lost all our cards. We got Little Warbat as the one card from the draw. Probably the most useless one out of all of them. I'm playing as Aru. You Even Final Battle has some use. I mean, like, if you're playing against the floating castle, you can Final Battle and they'll never be able to attack you. While you get free 2 wins that way. Oh my god. I gotta went for the, I gotta went for my own lollipop, like, on the last turn instead of going for that loop, but... Actually, what's the turn count? I might have botched it. Like, I was thinking it was, like, the 3rd turn, so then this would be the 4th turn, and then I would level up. Oh my god, now we're not in a position where we want to level up, because, we could level up and then Axor could fight us for the win. So that was definitely a botching on my part, but I wasn't expecting Axor to warp on that particular tile there. I know you have a Ubiquitous. Like, that's what you do as Mary Popo. You hoard Ubiquitous for the majority of the game. You keep at least one of them, then you can steal from someone who's level 5 and then win the game. Sure, we'll level up. And I'm not gonna like it if Axor rolls a 4 or higher, but I'll take what I can get. Melonpan's going for the accelerator. Oh, wow. Well... oh, that just happened. I'm sorry that your shame is gonna be recorded, but that's just hilarious. Roll a 2. Use that flip out to its full potential, right? You'll make Mary Popo lose stars. Well. Yeah, 4 6s would have been legendary. Probably happened to Hero, like, at one point. For them to make a comment like that, that is. I was actually expecting a Ubiquitous on Axor and then fight me for the win, but based on the gift exchange, that means Hero has no Ubiquitous, and that's good news for us. You know what? I had a feeling that would happen, but at the same time, I had a feeling I would roll double 6s on the drop panel and lose more stars. Go fight Mary Popo. No? I'm gonna go fight Mark? Well... You can actually survive, but... Actually, no you can't. That was a nice try, though. I honestly would have fought the Popo, because then you would have been able to level up as well. Why is it still our music? Ah, no. Oh, yeah, because we leveled up, and then we didn't. No one else leveled up yet. Okay. Melonpan seems to be getting all the hyper cards this game. We're just gonna sit here until we revive. Might take a few more turns, but that's perfectly fine. We'll generate all our lost stars through the passive gain at the beginning of each chapter anyway. What are you thinking, Hero? Got some kind of master plan you're concocting? You only need 11 stars. That's like 2 turns of passive gain. I don't think rolling those values were part of your plan, though. Going for the defend, which is weird because you would always evade a 1 unless you wanted to purposely, like, take damage. But what benefit would you have for purposely taking damage? I mean, you don't have Magical Massacre to worry about, so it'd be ideal to stay at full health. Why fight me? Do you really want to fight the boss that badly, but you're not getting the kill. What? Oh, maybe they thought the boss was at 1 health. That might be the reason. I didn't see boss. Mary Popo might actually want to go fight Mark. Since, but then you'd run the risk of getting killed by the boss, so... I understand the play, kind of. We're perpetually trying to reach level 5 here. We're the only... Well, actually, Melon Pan also is still level 4 as well. I would love to fight Axe War and regain my lost advantage that way. Since, as Mark and your -1 evasion, if you're at 1 health, you're gonna be a prime target for even the weak, like the weak non-combat characters to try to snipe a kill. I'm thinking I want to put a bad pudding on my own lollipop, just so a deleterious trap can't be put there by someone else unless they step on it first. And the bad pudding might make them discard said trap, so that is some food for thought for using bad pudding. Putting it on your own lollipop to psych people out. A dash card is used by Axe War. Go for the warp. Oh yeah. Mary Popo is gonna go for the ×2 bonus, and Mary Popo is certainly in the winnable position. I don't think we can actually stop her at this point. We'll go for the ×2 draw. These are kind of useless, though. Mary Popo has a 33% chance of winning next turn. She has to roll a 2 or a 6. If she rolls like anything in between, we have a chance of stopping her. Kind of. I would really rely on a like a big rocket from Mark, and then I would do the cleanup hit. That would be the ideal play. Just because I want oh! That's an interesting play. Oh, are you gonna go fight Mark? That would actually be a really nice idea. Okay, fight me! I'll survive with 1 health. Can't really use any of our cards. But I'm glad I didn't land on a lollipop. I don't want to give Hero the chance to win like that. Suguri's not enough, doesn't have enough stars, so we don't have to worry about her winning. At least not for now. Oh, it's on you, Chicken! You got this! You got this! Chicken is the real MVP. Chicken MVP. Don't diss the hashtag chicken victory. Not sure how I feel about that, actually. Huh. I could use Forced Revival. Yeah, that would affect both of them. But... yeah... sure. We can't really do anything about that, though. Hero will still win if they roll a 2 or 6. Let's see, if we use Reverse Attribute Field, we would lose our evasion, so I think we have a better chance of surviving if we don't use it. Yeah. And then you can evade that. How do we stop Mary Popo, though? Okay, I'm thinking we use our present for you. Hopefully Axor gets something out of it. Then they can use their hyper card. That way. That's the only thing I got. Evade that. I'm hoping for a big rocket from Axor. You have to rocket, otherwise, like, Hero's gonna win in a turn or two at worst. Next turn. Okay, okay! And, I don't mind if you fight me, but... let's go beat evade. Oh, that immediate revival, that's really shitty. I hope you have another rocket, because, you really have to delay the Popo from, ruling by all means necessary. Or maybe you have an accelerator card and want to try to catch up to her. That would be a nice attempt. Oh, oh, wow. We got a ubiquitous. Oh, but without the rocket, it's more or less GG. Unless you roll 1 or 2. Okay. Gonna go for that win. That's fine. GG. I will call it quits for this video. And, might do one more. Nah, I think I'm close to level 50, actually, so, let's see. Not that much. Got a new Aru skin, though, so that's pretty neat. I will call it quits for this video, at least. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Castella out.